Thanks for joining this art project today. We're going to be drawing pumpkins, but we're going to use watercolor pencils, which makes everybody look like an artist when you use them. They don't require a whole lot of work to give your artwork value and dimension, and well, they make you look like a watercolor artist. We're going to make 2 curved lines, and they're going to be facing each other for the body of your pumpkin, and then an oval. That's all you need. And it's how you put these together that are going to make different varying shapes and sizes of your pumpkins. What I'm going to do is, remember, I'm using a watercolor pencil, but I can still shade my pumpkin in the grooves and at the bottom and certain areas that I want to give depth to this pumpkin. And so I can use my watercolor pencil, which will work just like a regular colored pencil or even a charcoal pencil when you press down harder or layer your area with more color. So in the grooves, the sections of the pumpkin, I'm going to make darker lines, and then I'm going to just shade out very lightly just to give the shape of a pumpkin more form, which is going to give it depth, a more 3D effect. And I'll do this for each groove, each section, and then I'm going to do it a little bit at the top and definitely with short, wispy, curved lines at the bottom, just to keep that rounded form. And now, because this is a watercolor pencil, it's not a wax pencil like a color pencil. A regular color pencil is wax and pigment, but this is not. This is a water-soluble pigment that with a wet paintbrush, you can move the color around. That also means, though, that the more water that you use on the color, or if you use a paper towel, you can absorb some of that color or take it away. You can manipulate the color that you just laid down with a watercolor pencil, just simply with a wet brush. And see how it's given me shade and form already with just water. Isn't that fun? So this is fine in itself with just a black and white pumpkin where it just looks like a drawn pumpkin or a watercolor of just black ink. But you can layer color on top of your black and white watercolor pumpkin. And it's just going to give it tint, just a little bit of tint or a little bit of color, almost like a black and white photograph where you just added a little color, and it's just a different effect to layer this color. you can spread your watercolor pigment out a little bit to give yourself some background if you want to, and add your shadows to keep the 3D effect of your pumpkin. Now, on the top pumpkin, the very first one we drew, I'm not going to put as much of the black pigment down because I want this one to be brighter and a different effect than the other two that we just did. This time I'm going to do more color and make it more vibrant. So I'm going to work with darker reds, like a darker red orange, an orange, maybe even a yellow orange and some yellow. And I'm going to make sure that I shade my colors in just like I did with the black and white ones below. But this time using just color, I'm going to create that 3D effect. And the yellow is going to help make my pumpkin brighter and give it a little bit more pop rather than the darker, moodier pumpkins that we did with the black. That's how you can draw and shade pumpkins with watercolor pencils. Now you can do the same thing with colored pencils, crayons, and even markers. We hope you enjoyed this art project. If you did, please click that subscribe button so you will know when we upload more videos to help you dig into your creativity. And most importantly, forget not the Lord.